Hey guys, welcome again to our video programs about architectural design. Previously, we have discussed about how to design a building using different forms of models, like for example, seashells, whatsoever you can see right in the corner or in the garden. I told you we have also discussed how to design a building using the leaves. Remember? And we have also discussed how to design a building using the shields and the turtle, remember? Okay, now our next topic is about how to design a lifetime septic vault. You know what is a septic vault? A septic vault is a water tank, or it is a waste tank from the toilet down to the reservoir. That is another terms of septic vault, meaning it is the storage of waste matter from your building. Okay, so as per I have studied architecture, I have come out with this kind of designs. How to design a septic vault. Usually septic vault in other constructions, they always excavate the septic vault maybe every 2 years or every 5 years. It depends on how is the capacity of your reservoir. And some designers also is being made by civil engineers. But for architects also we have different designs. Okay, so we come out this kind of septic tank, or meaning septic vault, which is considered a lifetime. No need to excavate. You might be wondering why no need to excavate. What if the reservoir will be full with waste matter, right? Yeah, you are right. Once the water tank or the reservoir will be filled with waste matters, meaning human manure or human waste, of course you have to excavate. But there is a certain design wherein an architects come up. And I think it's already stated in the history that there is a lifetime septic vault. No need to excavate. You know why? If there are waste matter from your residence going to your reservoir, it's just a flow of waste matter, right, into your tank. We call it septic vault. And then this water will continue flowing, okay, when you continue flowing until your reservoir will be filled with waters or filled with waste matters. Okay? So how I designed this? You might not believe that how can be a water tank never filled up with waters for a longer years of time. It's possible. You might you might know this when I discuss to you how I designed the septic vault without excavations, free of excavations, because you know to excavate a septic vault is very expensive. It is by contract, and you cannot find just anyhow an excavator around the areas. It's very seldom. So why I come out this kind? Because I am going to limit your expenses, your efforts, okay, of excavating your septic vault or reservoir of your waste matters. Okay? Now, I have just come out a very small water tank here, just only about 3.25 by 2 meters. See? And this reservoirs is composed of different chambers. Okay? The main chambers, we call it digestive chamber. Just digestive chamber. It is just like our stomach, right? Our stomach is we call digestive chamber of waste human manure. Okay? What we eat is will be stored to our digestive system under our stomach. And then it is the same thing what I did in my septic vault or my reservoir. Then from reservoir, there will be another chamber. You know, from the main chamber, the water and the waste matter, once it will be filled with waste or water, it will just automatically flow to another chamber. And that chamber, we call it leaching chamber. leaching. Okay? Leaching chamber, it is another chamber. It's a form of digestive system, secondary to your main digestive chamber. Digestive chamber, once your waste matter from the house goes down and flow into your reservoir or water tank or reservoir or septic vault, it will store directly to the main chamber. We call it digestive chamber. Okay? Listen this, especially to the students who are learning about architecture. This is an additional knowledge for you. Remember that. How to design a septic vault last time. No need excavator. No need excavations. Okay? This is automatically flow of waste matter into in your soil around your house. Usually, you're going to put out this digestive chamber, or I mean the septic tank is about away from your house, maybe about 5 meters away from your house, or it will be about 8 feet, minimum 8 feet, because the length of the pipe is about 8 feet. You know the PVC pipe, polyvinyl pipe, okay? It's the standard length of it is about 8 feet, which is considered as 2.4 meters. So you can, that is the minimum distance of your reservoir away from your house. Or you can make this reservoir a little bit away. It depends on the space of your area, the perimeter area of your house, okay? If you have a limited perimeter area of your house, of course you have to locate your septic vault closer, okay, within the perimeter of your lot areas. So, okay, where is the proper place to locate or construct your septic vault? It is usually located in your car park or the garage, okay? The garage, usually the garage is near to the kitchen, okay? Kitchen is composed of toilet, right? Do you believe me or that? In every kitchen, there is always a toilet. So, that might be the last area of the toilet drained from the from the upper floor of your house down to the next floor, then to the ground floor, and then to the ground floor goes to the toilet, right? I mean to the kitchen. So all the waste matter from the, even how many stories building you have, it will always fall down automatically into the ground level or to the ground floor, okay? So where all those waste matters comes, it will pass by your kitchen toilet. So your kitchen toilet, it will be the last chamber of flowing of your waste matter from the higher floor down to the ground floor. So from the kitchen, you have to connect your the water pipes or the waste pipes down to your septic vault. So this is now why we created a septic vault, because septic vault, it is the one that collects waste matters, no? Our waste. It will collect our waste. This is required by Ministry of Health. You cannot just throw out your waste matter anywhere in the area. No. You must have to store it in a certain areas wherein it is safety. Okay? Free from odor, free from sickness, or free from the environment's safety. Because if your house is usually, you have many neighboring house in your place, you will disturb the odor of your neighboring houses, right? So they will complain against you. So what the architects did is they designed a septic vault, which is a compartment of waste matters into your reservoir or the septic vault. So the septic vault is the one that collect all your septic matters or waste matters from the higher floor down to your septic vault. Okay? So just imagine, even how big or how small is your septic vault, it will really fill with waste matter, right? But this one is just very small, just a normal size of septic vault. But remember, this is an automatic flow of waste matter. No need to excavate. Yeah, No need to contact for a contractor to excavate your reservoir. What do you mean by excavate? Excavate means it is the disposal whatever inside your septic vault. Okay? Maybe they will be using by vacuum or by sucking or by the use of machineries to suck that waste matter into their another tank ready to dispose into disposing areas. Maybe dispose it into the sea because usually waste matter will go to the sea, right? Wherein all these matters will be just like a feeds for the fish. It will hit feeds for the fish, right? So that is the purpose. All the waste matter goes to the sea. So in order to prevent dirt, and according to the Ministry of Health, no such thing or waste matter that will be thrown away into the sea. You must have to look for a certain place wherein all this waste matter can be stored. Okay? Free from sickness, free from whatsoever. Okay? So what to do is just dig into the ground beside your house and create a water tank. And then collect whatever waste from the higher floor down to your reservoir. Okay? So how? This is how it comes through. Now, later I will show you how does it looks like a water tank. I mean a septic vault. Okay, remember a septic vault, no matter how small is it, it will never full with waste matter and what. If you know how to design. Okay? So as an architect, I designed a septic vault which is an automatic flowing of waste matter into a certain area in your compound or in your perimeter area, which is the meaning the disposing materials or the equipment elements will be absorbed into the soil. It doesn't overflow above the surface of your house. I mean, of your lots in the garden. It is being absorbed under the soil. So this is how I come out. So this is possible because we have studied in architecture how to design a septic pump or how to design a reservoir for waste matters. Okay, so this one is just very small, but this will take a number of years. As I said, it is if you know how to take care of it, it is a lifetime. No need to excavate. Okay, so as I said, it's a septic vault. It is a water reservoir, or it is a water. It is a waste matter tank wherein you are collecting your waste into this tank. It's made of concrete, or it is made of hollow blocks. Then put it plasters all around. Just a matter of about 3 meters by 2 meters area. So in this water tank, there will be two compartments. The main compartment is, we call it digestive chamber. This digestive chamber, this will digest all the big elements of human being from the highest floor down to this one, to the chamber. This chamber will digest because you know how they digest, because of the movement of the water that flows from the higher floor into this digestive chamber. So the waste matter, it will be circulated, automatic cycle, meaning movements of water into this chamber. So meaning if there are big portion of the matters, waste matters, because continuous flowing, this will be a little bit becoming pulverized bit by bit. So from big particles into smaller particles. It's just like our stomach. What we eat hard, when it comes to the storage our stomach, it will be digested into smallest particle. And then from there, it will be delivered out to your toilet. The same thing was the septic vault. So where I get this technique is from the human being, the stomach of a human being. Just imagine a human being, no matter how many foods have eaten, even you have to swallow the food, when it reaches to your stomach, it will be digested. It will be digested surely. Digested, and it will become smaller particles. Before it to come out to your inlet. Where is your inlet? The human being is your anus, right? From anus, then go to the toilet. So this is very interesting, right? So I come out this design from a certain human being. Okay? we eat food, the same also the gathers waste. The same thing also with our stomach. Okay, so that is why. Okay, okay. As I said, this one is composed of two chamber. The main chamber is digestive chamber, which is the main chamber from the higher floor, from your toilet from the higher floor down to the ground floor, and this will be thrown directly or being overflown directly towards the digestive chamber. The main chamber, it is a bigger area, maybe about 2 meters by 2 meters by 2 meters. Okay? Then the next chamber is a little bit smaller. Okay? This is what we call digestive chamber. I mean, sorry, leaching chamber. So, from digestive chamber, it will be digested into small partner, into smaller particles, and this will overflow it down to your leaching. For the leaching, another digestion system. But these particular matters inside your leaching, it will becoming more smaller as compared to your main chamber, which is the digestive chamber. The digestive is big particles. When it goes out to the leaching, becoming smaller already, no? Maybe 3 times smaller than the main particles from the digestive system. So meaning it is constantly digesting same thing in order to pulverize big particles into smaller particles, and then until it become water. So when it become water, when this chamber is being filled with water, it will be overflowed towards under the soil. Okay? So where is this water coming out? Of course, it will not come up to the to the sky. It will come out into the soil. So the soil will collect all this water. They will absorb the waste matter that is carried out by the water into the soil itself. So what happened to your soil? It might be more fertilizer, give more fertilizer to your plants. It's double actions. Okay? Waste matter is very good fertilizer to the plants. Remember that. So if it is being pulverized and being digested, it will be absorbed into the soil. Under the plants, your garden also, right, all around, the roots, it will suck the water under the soil. So that water is composed of fertilizer already coming from your reservoir, right? So whatever you plant near your area, it become very fat, no? Very vigorous, like vegetables, whatsoever you plant, become very vigorous because of the fertilizer that comes out from the reservoir. So that is a double purpose. Why architect creates a digestive chamber or a septic tank. Okay, septic bowl. So double function, okay, right? See, it helps the environment also for safety purposes. It helps also the Ministry of Health purposes. Because once the ministry get a problem, it involves the whole city. So that is why architects designs a septic tank where it is a constant flowing into the soil. Okay, from the soil, it will be eaten to the plants, and then we eat also. So this is a cycle, okay? It's a cycle, matters like the rain, like the rain cycle, right? The water cycle. The sky will absorb water, and then it be collected by the clouds, absorb, and when the clouds is become heavy already, it will drop down, become a rain. So this is what you call water cycle. This is also the septic tank. This is a cycle of waste matter from our waste, and we have to eat it all over again. Why? I will ask you in psycho matters, right? Do you eat waste? You said no, that is wrong. Actually, of course, you eat waste, human being waste. Why? The vegetable eat human waste, right? The vegetable eat the waste, it absorbs the water and become vigorous. And then what happened? You eat the plants. So it's a cycle, right? This is a logic. Life logic, okay? So there is always a logic. So architects come out with a certain very interesting designs for waste matters. Okay? So remember, there are two chambers. Digestive chamber is the biggest particles of the waste matter. It will be digested itself into this compartment. And then once this will be being digested, it will be thrown out to another compartment, which is called leaching chamber. Then from leaching chamber, it will be digest again, redigest and redigest, and then after digesting, it will be thrown out into the soil. Okay, from the soil, it absorbed to the plants. So the plants become very vigorous, very healthy, right? And then we eat. Wow, so very nice. Okay, that is true. Okay, this is science. That is a science. Also, other also from the septic tank, they provide gas for cooking. Okay, the oxygen, because this waste matter is composed of oxygen also. Once you know how to manipulate it, the smell or the odor of the septic tank, it will become an oxygen or become fire. When you light a septic match into the water tank will be burning, because our waste matter is also good for a gas. This a gas, meaning gas is meaning it will produce fire. Okay, have you heard that? There is a certain science that from your septic vault, it will produce cooking gas, right? From the septic vault, because of the oxygen that comes out from the septic vault into your kitchen also, and you can cook foods out from that gas from your reservoir. That is because we have studied this. Science technology is very useful. It is a cycle of waste matters and you have to reuse it again. So there will be no wastage. If human being knows, there will be no wastage. Everything is being reusable. Okay, like for example, those your uh, your rubbish bin, all your plastic, whatever your dirt, they thrown away to the dumping area, right? These are wastage already. You do not know how to use that, it becomes soil, no? Or other one, it will takes time to become soil. But if you know how to do it, you can remanufacture those waste matter. You have to grind it, you have to pulverize it again, and produce another product. Like for example, making hollow blocks. Okay, all those waste matter into the dumping area, like for example, bricks, concrete, hollow blocks, wood. There is a certain machine that will digest those waste materials, and it will be provided in that will be turned into powder like a cement. So when it turned out to cement, the technology applied to use those powder into another materials. So how? Another hollow blocks again, big hollow blocks. Okay, that kind of blocks a little bit lighter, which is very useful for the buildings, because your building needs lighter, not heavy materials. It needs lighter materials. Okay, so this is science. This how they come out, because of the design of the technology, science technology. Okay, go back again. I have talked so much, but this is just an example. How does technology or science applied using the architects? Okay, now, okay, I will show you now how did I design a septic board. This is just only a manual drawing. I didn't do it in computer. I just doing it manual sketch. Okay, you can see the floor plan, elevation, and the sections. I put some labels, some types of what are the different types of materials within this septic board or reservoir. Okay, so look at this. Okay, digestive chamber, it is the area that collecting the main waste matters from the higher floor down to the ground floor. All the waste matter will be connected through this chamber. So this chamber here is composed of big elements of waste matters. So after this one, as I said, once this one is being fold, it will thrown out into the next compartment, which is the leaching chamber. Okay, so how does it looks like the digestive chamber and the leaching chamber? Okay, look at below. Here, this one is the elevation or the longitudinal sections. This portion here is, I cut it twice so that you can see what is inside. So here, you can see here on the section, you know the cover here, cover. So there is there is a certain distance from the top, the surface of your floor, down to your proposed level of water. So we called it air space. Okay, why there is what you need? Why is it that you need an air space? Because the air space, it is the one that help to deliver whatever inside into the outlet. Okay, this air here is it is called like a ventilator or air vents that will help to deliver whatever inside this compartment to go to the outlet. So how? The I have provide pipes here. You know the pipe here? Okay, this is made up of PVC pipe of about 4 inches diameter. So I put a hole here into the leaching. And from the leaching also, these are certain level also, see? Why there is this one is lower, the water level here is lower than the digestive chamber. Why? Because if ever the digestive chamber will be filled with waste or water, it will be thrown into the leaching. So it is automatically thrown out by using the inlet pipe here into your leaching. So meaning the water there is a little lower, let's say 250 mm. So the water level from the digestive chamber and to the leaching have different level. Okay, so that it will be constantly flowing. Okay, it will from if ever the water digestive chamber here will be filled with water, and it will reaches to the certain point of opening here where the pipes here, it will directly thrown out by using this outlet pipe into your leaching. Okay, so whatever matters here after digested here, all the big materials being digested, this will be this will be in the form of waters already. So then when the water here, it will be thrown out you by passing this outlet pipe into your leaching. So automatically the water and the waste, small particle of waste will come out into this outlet to your leaching. Okay, so your leaching is the one that cuts the smaller particles than from the digestive chamber, here. So this leaching, this will also generate, it will digest also whatever matters inside this chamber. Why? Because the water here keep on turning. You know why? Once the water flow, it will produce a cycle. The water they will keep on rotating. Okay, like a washing machine. No, this will keep on rotating here because of the current of the water and the volume of water from the second floor, from the higher floor into this septic bowl. Meaning there is a strong velocity of air that will help the water to deliver out into this chamber. So once there is a strong capacity of velocity of air here, plus the volume of the water, this portion, the water here will keep on turning like a washing machine, keep on turning. So whatever particles within this water become smaller and become digested and become more smallest particles. Okay, so again, once this one is being pulled down, because you know another pipe here, there's a certain level which is about 250 from the outlet pipe from the digestive chamber, lower about 250. Then there is another inlet outlet here. So this outlet, this will help to, as I said, from the reservoir, I mean from the leaching point, this leaching point will keep on turning because of the velocity of the air and the volume. Okay, I repeat, from your leaching, this leaching has different level, which is lower from the digestive chamber. There's a certain level. The digestive chamber is a bit higher than the leaching level. Okay, so there's about 250 mm from the water surface of the digestive chamber into your leaching chamber. So leaching chamber is lower than the digestive chamber. So from digestive chamber, I mean from the leaching, this will create another digestive digestion system, or digestive system. So whatever smaller particles from the digestive chamber, it will turn out into the leaching. As in this leaching, it will also digest the waste within this area. It will keep on turning like like a washing machine because of the velocity and the air space that will deliver the flow of water into this area. So that is why being digested, because this water here will keep on rotating because of the capacity and volumes of the water, the air pressure from the top higher floor of your building into this water tank. So there is a big capacity of air that will push all those waste into this water tank. So meaning there is a strong velocity of air and flow of water, the stream, meaning the current of water from the top into this digestive tank. So that is why in every chamber it will turn like a washing machine. No, all those matters inside this chamber, it will be digested. Like our stomach, it will be digested. Okay, digested. So once digested, it becoming smaller and smaller and smaller. So until this one will be filled, it will be thrown out into your soil outside this water tank. Okay, outside the septic board. So what I said, whatever thrown waste matters being pulverized by leaching, it will be thrown out passing by this inlet, outlet pipe, this PVC pipe here. Then from this PVC pipe, all this water will be absorbed into the soil around your area. So as I said, if the water is being absorbed by the soil, what happened to the plants? The plants also will be benefited because the plant around here will collect water being absorbed from the roots into the leaves. And then the plant, what happened to the plant? Become vigorous, very fat, no? Very strong and very good. And then if the plant is very good, so what happened? There is another productions. Okay, so meaning the vegetable bear fruits, bear so many products. So what happened? We have to eat this vegetables also. So there is what they call a cycle from the waste into a food. It is as like a rain. The water cycle. Okay, it is just a cycle. So this is what they called. Uh, what they call this one? There's a philosophy. They say, do you eat waste? The people say, no, I will not eat. That is not true. Actually, we eat waste, human waste. Why? This is what they call strategy or the logic. That logic is just a cycle of life. Okay, from human being into the plants, from the plants into the human being. Okay, so this is what they call logic. So all of us has been benefited by the use of water or waste disposal into the garden. So this is how it works. Okay, this is how does it become a lifetime septic board without excavation. You might be asking why no need to excavate. Why our water tank or our septic board at home, they always contact, my father always contact an excavator or anybody to contract to dispose the waste inside our septic tank. That one is maybe wrongly designed. Now I design here, this is an automatic overflowing of waste into the soil. No need to excavate. Okay? No need to call contractors to throw away all your waste disposal from your septic tank to dumping area. Okay, so this one is why. Okay, look at this design. When I cut this one, this portion here on the left side, this is surrounded by hollow blocks. No, after hollow blocks, I use 6 inches hollow blocks, which is about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layers of hollow blocks. So which is about equivalent to 1.5 meters high from the bottom of your septic tank to the floor line. So that is all about 170, including the flooring here. So this flooring, why I designed this flooring like inclination here. I incline it towards the center because whatever waste from the side, it will be gathered towards the center. So it will be collected into the center of your digestive chamber. So all the waste will be collected into the middle of your digestive chamber. Why? So that it is easier for the circulations of the water to collect from this area, like the washing machine, right? The washing machine, when you put the clothes inside, it will be gathered towards the center, right? And it will be distributed towards the side. It the same thing also here. So once the waste will be inside the center here, it will be rotated towards the sides, keep on rotating until it will be filled with water, and then it will be thrown away into this leaching. So from leaching also, no need to have an inclinations of the flooring. Just only level, because this portion here is just smaller particles become pulverized like a sand already. From the biggest particle become smaller. Okay, so become the waste here become sand, as big as like a sand, right? Maging buhangin. Okay, it will become buhangin here, and so once it will becoming very small particles, it will be driven by the water into this outlet pipe. Then from this outlet pipe, it will be thrown away to the soil. Okay, so this is how it looks like. So look at here. So digestive chamber have also air space. So with the leaching chamber also have air space. So this one have a bigger space. Why? So that there will be a bigger volumes of air that will help to throw away the waste from this area into the soil. So meaning there is a big volumes of air that will help to deliver or to dispose all those waste from this area outside into the soil. Okay? So there is a logic, no, from that. The chamber here is more space of air, and then suddenly it will becoming more space here. Why? So that it will help to deliver or dispose whatever waste matter into the soil. Okay, so that is how a digestive chamber. Okay, so now in your design also, you have to provide also a structural reinforcing bar, so that whatever you put on top, it will not collapse, it will not break, or it will not crack. So you have to provide also steel bars, like the flooring of the house. Okay, your flooring of the house, you also have to put steel bars both ways. It depends on how far is your rebars both ways. It might be 200, 300. It depends on the architect's design. So with the hollow blocks also, that our house also there's need of reinforcing bar. Why? So that the wall will not collapse. Whatever pressure inside this water tank, these walls here will not be broken, will not be damaged, because this is also reinforced with rebars. There's a rebars here, both horizontal and vertical. So with the flooring here, you have to put rebars also. Why? You have to make this septic tank or water vault or reservoir strong, because of the strong velocity of air and water movements from the higher floor into this water tank. So there is a big capacity of air and water volumes that will push into this water tank. So you need have to design your water tank very strong. Why? Because of the volumes of water. Okay? Because if you have no rebars here, once the volume water comes into this one, this will be broken. The walls will crack, whatever, will be deformed, and then it is just a waste of space. And then they have to reconstruct again. So you have to do your septic bore, your water tank or septic bore, very strong, reinforced, so that it will last long for many years. Because this reservoir is a lifetime water tank or a lifetime septic vault. No need to excavate, no need to call contractors to dispose all those waste inside. Okay, so that is how I designed. This is very useful. Reason that, especially to those architectural students, this is very applicable to your educations, especially when you become an architect. You know already the technique how to design septic vault, a lifetime septic vault. No need to excavate. This is what we call continuous or automatic drains of water from your digestive chamber into the soil around your house. So that is how. Okay, don't forget. Next time also we have to continue about architectural designs. And by then, today, I will just say have a nice day and please don't forget to push the button subscribe. Okay? Thank you. Bye.